So Deshaun Watson is unhappy currently with the Houston Texans organization. There have been rumors that Miami would be willing to trade Tua and some draft picks. And we thought, let's just take a look at all the teams, put him in a uniform for Deshaun Watson. Watts on or Watts off? Where does he fit and where doesn't he fit potentially?
Watts on. I'm not going to get this right. Watts on, Watts off, Chicago Bears.
So I would say Deshaun Watson to the Bears, Watts off. First of all, high school in Georgia, college in Clemson, Houston Texan. Warm weather kid. You'd be asking him to go play in the coldest NFL city. Also, Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, the GM, are on the hot seat. So in 1 year, Deshaun Watson could have coaching instability. I don't think it fits.
Watts on, Watts off, Niners.
I think people will be surprised. He doesn't look right in that jersey. I'm going to say Watts off. First of all, he's got a history of injuries. So did Jimmy G. So I think San Francisco would prefer to get a player who, without the big contract, with a little injury concern. Also, this feels like an offense that is so run-centric that Shanahan has a ton of control and doesn't want his quarterback doing too much playmaking. I think he likes a quarterback that does what he wants. And sometimes Deshaun, you got to let him be Deshaun. Watts off.
Watts on, Watts off, Miami Dolphins.
Watts on. This is one of the easy ones. Who's he screaming at? Brian Flores has a 5-year contract, coaching stability. The defense is good already. You don't have to win by shootout. And I actually don't think the offense, Devontae Parker's 27, left tackle Austin Jackson 21, Mike Gesicki, the tight end's 25, Myles Garrett, the running back, is 23. I don't think the offense is in a rebuild. I think they need to improve the interior of their offensive line, and I think they have enough draft picks they could give some up.
Watts on, Watts off, New York Jets.
This is a go back and forth. I'd say Watts on because they have a bunch of cap space and a bunch of draft picks. And Denzel Mims does look like a star at wide receiver. They do need, though, they're not strong at running back. They could use a little bit of a playmaker at quarterback. They have money to spend on offense to bring him a veteran wide receiver along with Denzel Mims. So it feels like he's what they need. Now, for him, he may argue about it, but he would stay in the AFC where he's more familiar.
How about the Las Vegas Raiders? Watts on, Watts off?
Watts off. First of all, defense is bad, and they're one of 11 teams entering next year over the cap. So they have to hit a bunch of home runs in the draft, or they can't fix their defense. I don't like quarterbacks going places where they've got to throw 48 times. And by the way, this is a power running offense with a great tight end. Derek Carr is not the Raiders' issue. He's thrown for 4,000 yards 3 straight years. Their issue is, outside of Max Crosby, they have no pass rush, and they're not very good, and they've got to hit a bunch of home runs. They don't have cap space. So I think the Raiders are going to remain, even with him, highly entertaining and an average team.
Watts on, Watts off, Denver Broncos.
Watts off. Kind of looks good in that uni, though, I'll be honest with you. First of all, Vic Fangio's on the hot seat. So you have coaching instability there. Secondly, the way they're built, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's a power running game and some nice receivers. I think they're regressing defensively, which concerns me. They were 25th in defense last year. Is it really a great idea for Deshaun Watson and his agent to send him to the same division as Patrick Mahomes twice a year and Justin Herbert twice a year? Like, you're getting to a point where, not that you'd ever duck competition, but there's places I'd rather compete. That division, like the NFC East, that division's not it.
How about New England Patriots? Watts on, Watts off?
Now, this is the obvious one. Watts on. He even looks like a Patriot. I mean, seriously. First of all, they don't draft. They have a great coach. He's going to get great coaching. And the defense is always fine. And the ownership's great. He didn't have good ownership, so he gets all this stability he never had. They have an inability to draft dynamic offensive players. So New England needs a playmaker at quarterback. He is. So I really think he's the exact. Their backs are okay. Their O-line's good. He's not going to be running for his life. But they've shown an inability to go to the draft and get dynamic players. He'd be a perfect fit.
The Indianapolis Colts. Watts on, Watts off.
Close, I'd say Watts off. Reason being is Frank Reich, I think, has a better connection to Carson Wentz. I think that's obvious. Colts' number one receiver, T.Y. Hilton, now is in his 30s, getting a little old. Michael Pittman doesn't believe he'll be the next star. I don't think it's bad with this O-line. He knows the division. I just don't think it's perfect.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. Watts on, Watts off.
Now, this is a home run for me. This is Watts on. This one makes a ton of sense. First of all, they have tremendous wide receivers, and they're all young. He can grow with them. And they got more than one. So they could trade one. He had, they got Juju Smith, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool. And secondly, the defense is taken care of. It's the most stable organization, one of the most in the NFL. You have a head coach who takes care of the defense. This is a home run.
The New Orleans Saints. Watts on, Watts off.
Watts off. First of all, they're way over the cap. They are way over. So if there was an injury or an inefficiency, they got no money. Secondly, you got the Taysom Hill thing, the Jameis Winston thing. It just feels like it's a crowded quarterback room with different pieces. I don't think it works. I think honestly, Dolphins, Steelers, Patriots, 3 home runs. We'll see you tomorrow. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.